Going on to you Virgos, how y'all doing? So you have the Eight of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So what you Virgos got going on is um very much so someone who wasted your time very much so uh is disgusted by their own actions. They wasted, they tried to waste your time and essentially it backfired. What happened is that they thought that they can come into your life, play games with you, waste your time, right? Because they're not really, they're dysfunctional. They're hyenas. So there's no real point to why it is that they do those things, right? They're always going to find a way to buck the system. They're always going to find a way to mess it up, be dysfunctional, go off script, start, approaching you from a wrong perspective and think that you should be okay with that and be in a relationship with them. Obviously, that's not going to work. And the Eight of Wands, you Virgos are not going for that. A lot of you Virgos are very much so single as of right now because somebody that you was just talking to, they didn't step to you correctly. And you Virgos are not putting up with that. And you shouldn't put up with it. The person is the Seven of Wands. The person is very shocked at the fact that how it is that you're willing to actually let them go. And it's like, yeah, because I've said this before, the weakest area of our lives is love. Love is not square for us Virgos. For us Virgos, our experiences, for the most part, are love. Some Virgos have found love, but the majority of Virgos that I know from the YouTube, offline, myself included, online, doing this type of stuff, love is our hardest chamber in our life, the most difficult thing to do because the love is not symmetrical. People don't give love. They want us to love them because they want to use that love as something to hold over our head to control us, as opposed to being reciprocal and being symmetrical. And see, because of that, the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles now represents how, so a lot of you, you have a lot to offer. And you're getting a lot more to be able to offer. But see, that's the catch-22, right? The catch-22 of it is you have a lot to offer. But even though you Virgos have a lot to offer, I'm just seeing how a lot of you Virgos do not want to offer it to other people because the kindness is not a problem, right? Like being kind to other people is not a problem. The problem is I'm seeing that you Virgos don't want to be in a relationship right now. Y'all are where you Virgos are in your lives, where you are in your life. You don't want to be in a relationship because there's no point. A lot of you Virgos see, right? Like, because people want you to, they want you to share your resources. But again, love is asymmetrical. Love has been asymmetrical. Even though factually speaking, love is symmetrical, your experience as a Virgo, right? Your experience as a Virgo when it comes to love has been, love is asymmetrical. That's your experience. You're trying to get love and establish a peaceful relationship and everything like that. And here it is that they are just trying to break you down, ruin you, constantly, a lot of people that you trying to get to know that you call themselves trying to be fly or whatever the case may be. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to move. They start, they start pulling some stupid stuff, wilding. And so the Judgment and the Five of Wands right here is about how, since that's the case, a lot of you also have to understand that, and a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people, They don't know you. They don't really know you, Virgos. They don't know a lot of the stuff that you be hiding. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just look at you. They just look at you, Virgos, from a perspective of, well, what can you give me? And they don't really see you as someone that is valuable for whatever reason, right? You don't look flashy per se. You would prefer to keep whatever you've got going on a secret, because Virgos are secretive, and we're that way by design, like Scorpios. But we used to share a zodiac sign with Scorpio. So because we don't necessarily like to broadcast our life, and no offense to people, and no disrespect to people who do, it's just not for us. Because of that fact, a lot of times people will look at us like we trash. And again, they only understand what it is that they've lost only until they lost it. So there's definitely a sense of, this is why a lot of you Virgos have left people heartbroken, because they are heartbroken because they did it to themselves. They only wanted to understand how valuable you were and are only until you are not there anymore. You can't build a relationship with someone that doesn't want to appreciate you when you're here and that only appreciates you when you're gone. That means you have to stay gone in order for them to appreciate you, because being there with them, they're not going to appreciate you. They're going to look for every which way that they can to tear you down and disrespect you. And see, the Five of Wands represents, they're in, even in relationships, they're in competition with you, and things get real serious and out of hand real quick. That's not how you Virgos want things to be. Me as a Virgo myself, that's not how I want it to be. I want a peaceful, honest a relationship with someone that's a decent person, that isn't where I gotta compromise in an absorbent way. It's either a person that's nice, but then they're shiftless, right? Or it's a person that has money, but then they're super combative for no reason. It's like, why is it that I gotta compromise in that way? You understand what I'm saying? Why is it that I gotta compromise in that way? Because I'm pretty open. I'm not a very stringent guy from the perspective of what it is that I'm looking for, right? I'm dealing with so much particulars to the point where it's almost like a fabrication. It's a parody of what a choice would be, right? No, things are very much so reachable. It's just that, my gosh. So I know, Virgo, being one myself, I know that's not what it is that we be wanting. And see, the Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands represents we taking care of ourselves. Us even as single Virgos, we taking care of ourselves. We taking good care of ourselves on top of that. We stepping our game up, and we out here being more attractive. And the High Priestess, which is Virgo as well, along with Taurus, we also are attracting a lot of secret admirers, right? People that would see us in the street and they would nod their head because they would go for us, right? They're attracted. But at the same time, this is also a representation of how us as Virgos are continuing to move in silence, valuing that moving in silence, because we don't want to be the center of attention like that too much. So let's clarify the High Priestess. King of Wands, yeah. Five of Pentacles, Magician, which is Virgo, Ten of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, we don't want to have to go back and forth with somebody. We ain't want to have unnecessary beef with somebody. You feel me? That's not what it is that we trying to do. We're not trying to go back and forth. And in modern day relationships, that's what it is that they are about. They are about beef. They are about unneeded conflict. I'm gonna just say it what it is. It's about unneeded conflict. Somebody's wasting your time. How many people have wasted your time? How many people have treated you like trash? You know, and the thing is that there's legitimately no cause for it, right? You talking to them and they not approaching you correctly. They should be, but they're not approaching you correctly. The Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Wands, and the Two of Wands, represents, and we just doing our thing. A lot of people can't understand what we doing, because partially why is because they're not around, but they can't understand what we doing due to the fact that we're not letting it be known. We're not sharing it. We're not telling people what we've got going on. We may be even accomplishing some things, but like I said, power of a Virgo, of a Scorpio, and these types of things, Pisces, right? Power, because Pisces represents invisibility, because Pisces represents the spiritual aspect, right? The things that occur that we don't see or we don't notice. And then with Virgo, we get that with invisibility, right? We get ignored. Or if not ignored, sometimes, right? Or I should say a lot of times, we choose not to put those things out there and to essentially under-talk, right? So where we say things quickly without necessarily having to say too much. But the thing is that the reason why we do that is because that is by design. We don't want to be seen as someone that is overvalued. We think certain things in life are tacky and overvalued. We think we cheapen ourselves and we cheapen our value, and we lower our value, and we end up cheapening our value, what our real value could be, and what our value is. We lower it due to the fact that we are wondering, we are, trying to be like the person that does get public adoration. So that's it. Other than that, us as Virgos, we're doing our thing. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get to 100,000. I'm at 14,400 and change. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. This is the merch right here, the Kareemspiritworks merch. You can get it at my Teespring store. Down in the comment section below, the Linktree link, it'll say merch right there. Amazon books. You can get the tarot readings from me. Come and get the tarot readings. Buy my books. You know what I'm saying? Get the merch, all of that. It's starting to get cold now. Y'all gonna need a hoodie.